Welcome back to a new exercise in Autodesk Inventor. In this exercise, we will create hydraulic cylinder using Autodesk Inventor. We will design and model each individual part, and at the end we will assemble all components to create a hydraulic cylinder. So before we start to create our project, so let me show you a presentation of this project. Perfect. So now let's start to create our model. From here, select new and select standard, create, select new sketch and select one of those planes. For now, I'm going to select front plane. So let me select rectangle. And select equal command, select this line to be equal with this line. Okay, so let's see this drawing, sheet number 1. So here we have the distance from this line to this line, we have 165.1, and the same on this direction from this line up to this line, 165.1 millimeter. So let's give a dimension of 165.1. Perfect. Let me check this dimension. Perfect, it is equal. So now finish sketch, select extrude command, select this profile, select symmetric. Now the thickness of these we have here 40.1 millimeter. So let's give a dimension of 40.1. Perfect. Now let's create this part. So we have the dimension from this edge to this line, we have 34.93 millimeter, and the thickness we have 28.58 millimeter. So let's create a new sketch. First, create a plane, select this face, offset minus 34.93 millimeter, say OK. Now select this plane and create new sketch, hide this plane. Now draw a circle, draw a line, draw a line again, draw a circle. Now let's select tangent, select this line and this circle. Okay, and the same for this line. Okay, now select vertical constraint, select this center point and this center point. Perfect. Select trim command and trim this circle. Now let me give a dimension from here up to here. We have 38.1 millimeter, radius 47.63 millimeter. Perfect. And the size of this hole 31.75. 31.75. Say OK. Close this profile. Finish sketch. Select extrude, select this profile, and now select one direction on this direction, and the thickness will be 28.58. Okay, now select mirror command and select this feature and select the plane, select XZ plane, say OK. Again, select this face and create new sketch. Draw a circle, draw another circle. External diameter, we have 152.4 millimeter. Okay, internal 139.7 and say OK. And again select circle and give a dimension of 52 millimeter. Say OK. Again draw a circle and give a dimension of 12.7 millimeter. Select horizontal constraint, select this center point and this center point. From this center point up to this edge we have 32 millimeter. Perfect. And again select rectangle, select this line, convert to construction line, now select equal command, select this line and this line to be equal. Now the dimension we have, as we see here, we have this hole, we have 20.59 on this direction and the same on this direction. So let me select this line and this line, 20.59 and the same from this line. Okay. Now select point, select this corner, this corner, and this corner, and this corner. Now select finish sketch, select extrude cut. Now select this profile and this cutout will be 10 millimeter. Okay, and this cutout, as we see here, we have 30 millimeter this cutout, this one, and we have 10 millimeter for this one, as we see here, 10 millimeter. And let me cut out this one, 30 millimeter. Okay, and select all command let me select this sketch and make it visible. Now select whole command and select all these 4 points, and the size of this hole 12.7, and the distance will be up to this face. Okay, cancel. And now again select this face and create new sketch. From midpoint up to midpoint, select this sketch and convert to construction line. Select point, select this point, check the dimension from here to here, 20.505. Perfect. Finish sketch, select hole, and now select topped hole, and from here select metric profile, size 22, and the dips will be 47, and let's give 47 for this one too. Perfect. Now select extrude command and select this profile, cut, and select up to this hole. Perfect. So now let's select fillet and select all these corners, and the dimension is 3.18 millimeter. Okay, now we can hide this sketch. Just select this sketch and invisible. Perfect. Now for the material, assign material from here. For now I am going to select stainless steel, this one. Perfect. Save this project, create new folder, open this folder, part number 1, and this is lower cape. Save. Perfect. Second part, this one, pin lock. Again select new, standard, create, select sketch, draw a circle, draw another circle, give a dimension of for the outer 42 millimeter, and for the inner one we have the radius 14.88. so let me multiply by 2. 14.88 times 2, 29.76. 29.76. Draw a line, or just we can select rectangle. Now select vertical constraint, find midpoint and select this center point. Dimension 1 millimeter. Select line, again draw a line, Now select equal command, select this line to be equal and this one to be equal. Okay, now let's give a dimension of 2.27, and the distance from this point up to this point we have 8.11 millimeter. Draw two circles, select equal command, select this and this circle to be equal, give it dimension 2.5, and from here to this line 2.5, and the same 2.5, perfect. Now select this line and convert to construction line. Again, draw a line, just we connect this line with this circle, the same on this direction. Perfect. And the height we have from the center 19.47. So we have from the center to this one we have 19.47, and just we can select these and this. Perfect. Now select trim command and trim these unnecessary lines. Now finish sketch. Thickness 1.5 millimeter. Say OK. Now select fillet command and select this and this. Give a dimension of 5.5. OK. Now again select this and this. We have radius 1 millimeter and say OK. Assign material and save. Part number 2, pin lock. Save. Part number 3, fork. This one. So let me select new, standard, create, draw a circle, draw a line, now draw another circle, select trim command and trim this circle. Now select tangent command and select this line and this arc, and the same on this. Perfect. Now the distance we have 72 millimeter on this direction, 72, So this one will be 36. Perfect. And this one will be 31.75. Perfect. So now we have from the center of this hole up to this lower part, this line, we have 112 millimeter, and we have from this line up to this we have 60 millimeter. So let me select this dimension from this up to this one, 96 millimeter. So it will be from this center up to this line, 96 millimeter. Extrude. Now total thickness we have 95.25. Say OK. Now select this face and create new sketch. Draw a rectangle. Select vertical constraint. Select this midpoint and this center point. Dimension from here up to here, 38.1. OK. Now from this, from the center up to this, we have 60 millimeter, as we see here, 60 millimeter. So we will have 36 millimeter from this up to this. So let me select from this up to this one, 36 millimeter, and we will have from this up to the 60 millimeter. Perfect. Select this line and convert to construction line. Finish sketch. Select extrude cut. Select up to this face. OK. Now again select this face. Draw a circle. Give a dimension of 72 millimeter. OK. Select extrude command. 60 millimeter downward. OK. Now let's create a hole here, and this hole will be 36 millimeter dips inside, and the diameter will be M30 millimeter. So select hole command, select type hole, and select metric profile 30 millimeter, and select this face as we see here. So we have to select this outer edge in order to place this hole on the center of this circle. So just click on this edge like that, and the distance we will have 36, and give a dimension here 36. OK. Perfect. Again assign material and save. Part number 3, fork. Save. So now we have this, the second sheet, number 2. So let's create this top cover. So we have the dimension from this line up to this line. we have 165.1, the same on this direction. So let's start to create this sketch. So create new, select rectangle, again select equal command, select this line and this line to be equal, give a dimension of 165.1, check this dimension. Okay, now finish the sketch, extrude command, give a dimension of this one, we have 50.8, 50.8 millimeter. Say okay. Now select this face and create new sketch, circle, give a dimension of 80 millimeter, select extrude command, 52 millimeter. Say okay. And if you add this number and this number, will be 52 millimeter. So now let's create this cutout here and this hole. So let me select this face, create new sketch, select rectangle, select this and convert to construction line. Again select equal command, select this line and this line to be equal, 20.59, and the same on this direction. Okay, select point and select these corners, and now let me select circle, give a dimension of 12.7 millimeter, Now select horizontal constraint, select this point and this center point, dimension 32 millimeter. Say okay. Finish sketch. Now select hole, and this time only simple hole, dimension 12.7 up to this face. Okay, select this sketch and make it visible. Perfect. Now again select this face, create new sketch, select center point, select this sketch, convert to construction line, select point, give a dimension from this up to this 25.4. It's okay. Perfect. Now select hole, and this time select tapped hole, metric profile, and select this profile, this point, and let's give a dimension of 47 millimeter. Select this one, 47, and from here select 22. Say okay, and again select extrude cut, select this profile and select up to this hole. Perfect. So now let me select this sketch and select invisible, and again select mid plane, create new sketch. Now it's time to create a center line like this. So now we have the dimension from here up to here. We have 40 millimeter, so it will be 20 half, and the distance from here to here 15 millimeter. We have 40, so it will be 20. 60 we will have 30, and 65 we will have 32.5. so let me change this up to 30, and the second one here we have 32.5, and the height we will have the first one 52.8, 52.8, and for the second we have 22. This one we have 22, and here we will have 28 millimeter. So 52.8. This one, select horizontal constraint, select this point and this point. Perfect. Now this point is aligned with this line. Perfect. Now select this line, convert to construction line. Let me close this profile. Select finish sketch, select extrude, revolve extrude. Just select this profile and the axis, select this one and say okay, cut. Okay, perfect. Again select this profile, this face, and create new sketch. Select project geometry, select this face. Okay, extrude, select this and give a dimension of this one. We have 19.05, 19.05, and now select new solid. Okay, and again select fillet, select all these corners, and give a dimension of 3.18 millimeter. Say okay. Now assign material. Perfect. Save this project. This is the top cover. Perfect. Next step, we are going to create this pin. So let me create new. Select sketch. Now draw a line. So now we have from this line up to this line we have 3mm and 2mm tips. So let me select dimension. From this to this we have 3mm and 2mm and 1mm, and the same from this side, 3, 2 and 1. Total height from here up to here 105. Now let me divide this number into 2 equal. So let me select 31.75 divide by 2, 15.875. Okay. Now finish sketch. Select revolve command. Select this profile and this axis. Say OK. Check 31.750. Okay. Now again select shift chamfer 2mm, 2 and 2. Okay. Assign material. Save. Pin. Okay. So now let's create this one. Seal. Outer diameter 65, inner 60, thickness 6mm. Select new. Sketch. Draw a circle. Draw another circle. Give a dimension of 65, 60. Finish sketch. Extrude. 6mm thickness. Okay. Select this color. Save. Part number 6. Seal. Next step, let me create this one. So create new. Select polygon 6, select horizontal constraint, give a dimension of 65, I mean 65, and extrude 14 millimeter, 14 millimeter. Okay, select this face, create new sketch, draw a circle, and this circle 65, extrude 25, and say okay. Again, select this face, create new sketch, select project geometry, select this circle, draw another circle, give a dimension of 60, finish sketch, extrude this profile, cut 3 millimeter, upward, okay. Again, select hole command, and let's create a hole here, and the depth will be 42 millimeter and the size 42. So let me select hole command, simple hole, select this face and select this edge, give a dimension of 42 and give a distance up to this face. Okay, so now select chamfer and select this one, 2 millimeter. Okay, and here select thread, select this face, and the distance will be 25 minus 3 will be 22. So let me select fillet and select all these corners. Okay, select the color. Let me select this one. So let me save this part number 7. Not quite rope. Save. So this is drawing number 3, sheet number 3 here. So now let's create these cylinder housing. Select new. So now select circle, draw another circle, give a dimension of 139.7. Yeah, okay. And this one 152.4. And again select rectangle from here. So we have the distance from this center point up to this center point. We have 123.93, and the same on this direction. And we have this whole dimension is 12.70. So let me select equal command, select this line to be equal as this line, and now give a dimension of 123.93. okay. Yeah, now select this line, convert to construction line, draw a circle, 12.7 millimeter. Now draw another circle, and the dimension of this second circle, this one, we have 14.24 times 2, because this is the radius, so we have to multiply by 2. 14.24 times 2, 28.48. 28.48. Now draw a line from this up to this, and the same on this direction. Now select tangent command and select this line and this circle. Perfect. And again select this line and this circle. Perfect. And again select trim command and trim these unnecessary lines. Like this. So let me check this one to be tangent. Okay, and this will be tangent. It's okay. Perfect. 14.24. So now let me select circular pattern and select this one, this one, this one, and this one, and select the axis 4 numbers and say okay. Perfect. Now finish sketch. So as we see here, we have the total length 428 millimeter, and from this line up to this line we have 412. So we have 8 millimeter on each side. So let me extrude this first 428 millimeter. Select extrude command, select this profile, symmetric, 428, and select this profile, no, let me make visible this sketch. Again, extrude command, select this profile, and this profile, and the distance will be 412 millimeter. Say OK. Now select fillet and give a dimension of 20 millimeter and select these lines. And say OK. Perfect. Now hide this sketch. Assign material. Perfect. Save part number 8, cylinder housing. Save. Now let me create this backing cell, this one, external diameter and internal diameter, and the thickness 2 millimeter. Select new, select sketch, draw a circle, 1, 2, give a dimension of 139.7 and the external 152.4. Extrude, symmetric, 2 millimeter. OK. Save part number 9. Backing seal. Save. Now let me create piston, this one. So let me create a new part. Select sketch, select line, draw a line, total height we have 57 millimeter. 57 millimeter. Now we have this dimension 3 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 12 millimeter, again 9 millimeter, again 12 millimeter, 9 millimeter, and this one will be automatically 3 millimeter. Perfect. Now we have the distance from here up to here. We have 66.675. Say okay. And from here up to here we have the same, just from this up to this we have 73.025. Perfect. So now let me give a dimension from here up to here, 15 millimeter. Perfect. Select this line, convert to construction line. Select this line, convert to construction line, and select this line, convert to construction line. Now finish sketch. Select revolve command, and here we have to select this one, this axis, and say okay. Let me check this one. 146.05, and let me check here. Perfect. And let me check this one, 133.350. This one. Perfect. Assign material. Save this part. Number 10, piston. Save. And now let me create this piston seal, this one. So let me create new. Draw a line. Select vertical constraint, find midpoint and midpoint. Perfect. Now let me give a dimension of 6 millimeter, and this one will have 12 millimeter. Let me select equal command, select this and this to be equal, this one and this one to be equal, and this one and this one to be equal. 3 millimeter. So now delete this one and select arc. Now let me select total height. We have 12 millimeter, and select tangent command, this one and this one, this one and this one, and select again equal command. Perfect. Now select this up to this will be we have the distance 4.079 4.079. Perfect. Again select horizontal constraint, select this point and this point. Now give a dimension from this point up to this point. We have 773.31 and say OK. Select this line and convert to construction line. Now finish a sketch. Let me check this dimension. 3, it's okay. Finish a sketch. Select revolve base boss and select this profile, and the axis select this line. Okay. Now select color. Let me select this one. Save. Part number 11. Save. And now let me create this one, piston rod. This one, we have the total length of 600, and we have this diameter 40 millimeter, and this one 30 millimeter, and we have this cutout 17 millimeter. You can see here from this side. So let me create a new select sketch, create, draw a line, give a dimension of 600, .36, and this one 80 millimeter. Select this one. Let me delete this line and let me join this and this line. Now we have the distance from here up to here. We have 20, and the distance from here up to here 15 millimeter, and the same from here up to here 15 millimeter. Finish sketch. Select revolve command and select this axis. Say OK. Select this face. Create new sketch. Draw a rectangle. And select vertical constraint. Select midpoint and the center point of this circle. Just select project geometry, select this outer edge. OK. Now select vertical constraint, midpoint and the center. Dimension, we have 34. Say OK. Now just we can use trim command, trim this one. So you can delete this one. Perfect. Now finish sketch. Select extrude cut, select this profile, cut 17 millimeter dips. OK. Now select the thread and select this face, and let me give a dips of 80 millimeter. OK, and select on this direction this one. We have 36 millimeter. OK. Now select chamfer, select this edge and this edge, give a dimension of 1 millimeter. Say OK. Assign material. Save. Part number 12, piston. Rope. Save. So here we have the final drawing, sheet number 4. So now let me create this part number 13, tension bolt, this one. So let me create a new part. And again select line. Now the distance, yeah, just we can draw one single line like this. Can delete this one, give a dimension of 551. Let me delete all these lines. So from here up to here we have 12.7 divided by 2, 6.35. 6.35. Finish sketch, revolve, select this axis. Okay, now select thread and select this side and give a dimension of 44.50, and the same from this direction. Okay, select chamfer, select this edge and this edge, give a dimension of 1 millimeter. Okay, assign material, save this part number 13, bolt. Okay, what is next is this one, road guide, this one, inner diameter 40, outer diameter 60, and the height 28. $65, $40. This one is 60, not 65. Finish sketch, select extrude command, symmetric 28. Select the color from here, save this part number 14, and now let me create this washer. Inner diameter 30 millimeter, external diameter 33 millimeter, and thickness 3 millimeter, chamfer 0.2 both sides. Draw a circle, draw another circle, give a dimension of 33, 30 millimeter. Finish sketch, extrude 3 millimeter. Okay, select chamfer, give a dimension of 0.2 millimeter. Select this edge and this edge. Okay, assign material, save part number 15, washer. Let me create this knot. So we have the distance from here up to here, 45 millimeter, and the total thickness is 20 millimeter. So let me create a new part. Select polygon, make sure it is 6 number of corners, give a dimension 45, select horizontal constraint, select this point and this point, finish sketch, extrude 20 millimeter. Now select this face, create new sketch, draw a circle, select tangent command, select this circle and this edge, finish sketch, select extrude intersect 30 degree. Okay. From here select one plane of these 3 planes. Just for now I'm going to select YZ plane, rotate and select slice, draw a line 12 millimeter, select this line and convert to construction line. Again draw a line, select arc, select this point and this point, give a dimension of 40 millimeter radius and select fillet and give a dimension of 0.5. Select this line and this line. Okay, now the distance from this point up to this center point, we have 31.95 and say okay. Now finish sketch, select revolve command, select this profile and select the axis, this line, and say okay. Now let me create a hole on this side, and the size of this hole is M30. So select hole command, select typed hole, metric profile, size 30, select this, just select this face like this, and to place this hole on the center of this body, just select this outer edge like this, and the hole will be placed on the center of this body. So let me select the distance will be up to this surface and say okay. Perfect. Now assign material, save this part number 16. Okay. So the last one, we will create this hydraulic oil supplier pipe. So let me create a new part. draw a line, convert to construction line, vertical constraint, midpoint, center, and horizontal constraint, this end point and this center point. Give a dimension of 457.45. Now draw a line, give a dimension of 25 millimeter, select spline, select tangent command, select this spline, this line. Now we can move this like this. Just for the pipe, just you can draw according to your need. Just it is an example how to create it. So let me finish sketch. Select plane, select this point and this line, create new sketch, select project geometry, select this center point, draw a circle, hide this plane. Let me give a dimension of 18 millimeter and offset 3 millimeter inside. Finish sketch. Again, select XY plane, create new sketch. Again, select project geometry and select this end point. Draw a line. Give a dimension of 25 millimeter. Select spline. Now select tangent, select this line and this line. Just like this. Now finish sketch. Again, select plane and select this point and this line. Select this plane, create new sketch. Select project geometry and select this center point. Draw a circle 18 millimeter and offset 3 mm inside. Finish sketch. Hide this plane. Now select sweep command. Select this profile, and for the axis select this. Say OK. Again select this profile, select this axis, and say OK. Perfect. Now let me select a color. For this one, select green, and for this one, let me select light red. Perfect. Now save this part number 17. Save. So now it's time to create an assembly. So let me select new, and from here select standard, this one, create. Let me select all components from here, and let me select the first one. Okay. Now select this part, constraint. Okay. Now again, okay. Select this part and select grounded. Select this one and this one. Copy this one, select this, copy and paste. So now select constraint, select this, center, and this center. And the same, select this center to the center. and now select this one. Say okay. And now select this face to be on the same direction as this face. Let me select angle. Perfect. Now select this face and so here we have forget to create the hole. So let me select this one, open, select this face, create new sketch. Give a dimension of 152.4, and for this one 139.7. Finish sketch, extrude cut 10 millimeter. Perfect. Perfect. Now select update, select this face and this, apply. Now select this one, center to the center, and select this face and this face to be flush. Okay. Again select this center to the center. Okay. Apply. Copy this one and paste. Select this one and copy and paste here. Now again select this one and this wall. Okay. So let me calculate the distance from here up to here is 95.240, and the length of this is 105. minus 95.240 divide by 2, 4.88 millimeter. So select 4.88 minus. Okay, we do the same process on this side, this one and this one. We have 105 minus 95.250 divide by 2, 4.875 minus. Okay, now select this one and copy, or just we can select the circular pattern. Just let me insert this one on this hole. And the same here. Let me check the distance from here up to here. 521.950. So 600 minus 521.950 divide by 2, 39.025. So minus there is something wrong, so let me calculate it again. The length of this bolt is 600. No, 551. Minus 521.950 is equal this number, and divide into 2 equal, so will be 14.525. $14.525 minus. Perfect. Apply. Now let me insert the washer. Now select circular pattern, select this one, this one, and this washer and this knot. Now select the axis. Just we can select this round, 4 numbers, 90 degree. Okay, save. Now I think there is a gap between this and this, so let me check the size of this piston rod. Radius 20 and this one 42. So let me change the size of this. Select this one, open, select this hole, edit, give a distance dimension of 40 millimeter instead. Okay, select assembly, update. It looks better. Now you see, so let me select this one and change the color. Clear blue. Select this face and this face and give a distance of max distance 45 millimeter and max $340 and the minimum 40 millimeter. So let me say okay, and now from here select relation and let me select drive. Perfect. So now our model is finished. I hope you like this video, and for more video and more project in Inventor, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.